Hi everybody, happy Friday. I'm Jennifer Bryan on the Southeastern Guide Dogs campus. Specifically, we are at the Jack Rohner Puppy Park and I'm joined by Lauren and Liz is in the background. They are my puppy experts. And this is beautiful.
Yeah,
I would say this is like one of the most beautiful places on this campus.
Yeah, it's a little oasis in our bigger oasis. I think so, yeah.
Okay, Lauren, it's not just a pretty place, it's purposeful.
Yeah.
So tell me what it's all about.
Yeah, so this park was designed purposefully for the intent of giving our puppies, when they're a little bit older, but not quite ready to go to their puppy raiser, some novelty and new experiences outside of the kennel space. So our kennel space is very controlled for many reasons. One of the biggest reasons is for cleanliness and biosecurity. But when our puppies are a little bit older and maybe have their first round of vaccines, we love to let them explore the world around them in a realistic environment. And so this puppy park hits up a bunch of the different important milestones that we've already gotten started in their socialization up to this point, but now it's time to make it kind of a real world experience for them, and so that's what this park is really designed for. So our puppy educators and our staff will utilize this space with our puppies anywhere from about 6 to 8 weeks plus, and there are so many different kind of elements that we'd love to show you kind of some of them today.
And one thing I want to point out, this is very special. This park was a gift from Mr. Rohner, who, tell me about that.
Yeah, so Mr. Rohner, for his 100th birthday, gifted us the resources to develop and dream up this space. And we're so excited that we get to use it on a daily basis. So his gift of giving back to us will pay it forward for thousands of puppies in the future. And you can imagine all of our guide and service dogs will pass through this space before they move on to becoming world-class assistance dogs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's check it out. So show us. There's all sorts of things going on.
Yes. So I will point out, this is Liz. Liz Roach. She is our puppy education and assessment specialist, and she's working with one of our puppies today. He is 10 weeks old, and so we are going to take this puppy on a little walk around the park. But before we kind of zoom in on him, I want to just point out, up in the trees we have novel objects that are moving in the breeze, so that encourages the puppy to look up and explore the world around them. And then we have our wind chimes. It's not a windy day today, but
oh, that sounds so nice.
So some novel noise exposure is already something that we're thinking about at this age. And then obviously all the ambient noise around them, the roadways. So Liz is working specifically on loose leash walking with this puppy, which is going to set them up for success in the future with their puppy raiser. And so, you know, we walk a fine line between teaching them to walk nicely on leash, but also encouraging our puppies to explore the world around them in a really thoughtful way that allows them to learn that newness, novelty is nothing to be worried about. It's really the opportunity for exploration, and then ultimately that's going to become a cue to him to look to his handler and continue moving forward.
Okay.
So there are rocks, there are branches, there are plants. These are all things that he's going to experience in the real world that in the kennel space he doesn't get to.
And the underfootings, how many different types of underfootings?
Yeah.
Basically that's what they step on.
Yeah, so there are over 17 plus underfootings that this puppy will get to walk on today. And right now he has the opportunity, there's some little figurines to his left. And the puppy at first, I don't know if anyone noticed, but he was a little unsure of them, but Liz is supporting him by giving him food reinforcement for being near them, and then she can always encourage him to engage with those objects again. We're gonna go over our bridgeway here. Right now he's like, ooh, those are stones, that's new. So this is really all about expanding their world. So he's going to walk over this planked bridge. It's a ramp that goes upwards.
Not a problem
Not
there.
a problem there. But if he was concerned, we could address that and make sure that we're building his confidence with that new piece of equipment. Stairs is a really important part of our puppies' first experiences in the world, because it requires a lot of proprioception, the ability to navigate kind of an awkward object. But as you can imagine, as a guide and service dog, they are going to be asked to navigate all sorts of types of stairs. So these stairs are open-backed right here. They can be scary because they're dark underneath each stair or step. And this puppy is allowed to just explore it. So this is really about just giving the puppy the opportunity to see something maybe they've never seen before in a new environment, and set them up for success then when they go to their puppy raiser. So this set of stairs is closed back, which is nice. So we have the versatility to show the puppy both. During this age, our puppies are in their critical socialization period, and this is a well-established time frame within canine development. And what we know is that it's the time when puppies really need to explore the world as much as possible to set them up for success when they go out into the real world. So what we're trying to do is just make the most of these first 12 weeks of this puppy's life by showing them the world as best we can and as positively as we can. So you'll notice Liz is giving the puppy a lot of food reinforcement, and that's just to let the puppy know that they're doing well and to create a positive association with all of these exercises.
Okay. And yeah, there's lots of things around here. That
Yeah,
I'm
so
noticing
I would say the spinning wheels,
the ball that's really shiny,
the
down
shiny
there.
objects. So these are all, they're beautiful, but they're all intended to give the puppy the visual information that they might see in the real world in just a few short weeks when they go to their puppy raiser. So we're just trying to, we're the launching pad for our superheroes, and so we want to give them the best start possible. We love this little deck area, another change in surface. There's also the ask that the puppy climbs up onto the curb area.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that any transition areas the puppy is comfortable with. Obviously, he is a puppy, so he's going to want to put twigs and branches and leaves in his mouth. And while that all sounds silly and frivolous, it is really important for his future because puppies are going to explore with their mouths. They're going to want to put things in their mouth. And so Liz is just helping to redirect the puppy and teach him that it's not really worth it to take those things in their mouth, that if he keeps his head up, she has better treats. But naturally, he's going to want to noodle and interact with things on the ground.
But that looks like a curb you'd see on the side of the street, too.
Yep. So we know how important curbs are, especially for our guide dogs. That's one of the things that they are doing on a daily basis, is locating curbs for their handlers. So yeah, making sure that puppies are comfortable with those transition spaces is really important.
Oh, look at these underfootings
so
up ahead.
there's some underfootings. We've talked about underfootings before. So underfootings, remember, are just a different surface that the puppy's being asked to walk over. So we have some different kind of glass artistic underfootings here. The puppy is now on some stones.
Yeah, you might see something like this in the mall. Or
Yeah.
something like that.
So some brick area here. So we want to just make sure that the puppy is not going to change their behavior when there's a big change in the surface that they're walking on.
Gotcha.
And sometimes it's, like I said, it's just as simple as learning, like, the grass is really not worth a lot of your extra time.
Oh, goodness. We'll wait.
Sometimes learning takes some time. Yeah.
For all of us.
Yes. Good.
He's got the cutest little face.
He does
too.
have the cutest little face.
Wrinkly chin.
Yeah, so see, something as simple as that, right? Like, that's just a pedal on the ground, but already he's starting to learn. Again, naturally, he's going to want to check that out because it's new, and that's something that actually we almost want him to do.
Right.
But in certain instances, we want him to learn that it's not worth going after the pedal, that when he's on leash with his handler, that it's better to check in with his handler.
Gotcha. And
so now we're going to allow the puppy, I think Liz is going to Liz is going to let this puppy explore the grass area. So this is real life grass. Our puppies in the kennel space don't have real life grass, they just have turf. And so real life grass smells different, it feels different. And so this is something that we want to make sure our puppies experience during that critical socialization period. It seems so simple, but it really is an important piece. It's making sure that our puppies are comfortable navigating, again, this novel sensation under their feet.
With all the smells.
And then up ahead, these are our we call them our mounds or our domes. And they look kind of silly. They're like little hills.
They do look a little silly.
Yeah, but they are, of course, purposeful. And
Uh-huh.
so what we know is that to build puppies' physical proprioception, remember proprioception is the ability for a puppy or even us to know where we are in space, and you know, because our puppies have 4 legs, it takes a lot of extra proprioception to navigate. So the puppy is being encouraged just to walk over the uneven surface of the mounds.
Gotcha.
And so this is going to put different pressure on each of his 4 legs at any given time. So he's going to learn balance, he's going to learn how to navigate, and really kind of operate in a fine motor capacity, those 4 legs.
Gotcha.
And so we know that working on kind of these mound-like areas actually helps with stair proprioception, which builds confidence. So these mounds are, no kidding, the thing we were almost the most excited about is because it isn't something that we can create in the kennel space, but it really is important for them to learn how to navigate the uneven terrain.
And we don't
I guess
have
here
many
in
of those
Florida, we don't have very many, so our amazing grounds crew
shout
built
out to Cassidy and
shout
Rob's
out
team.
to Cassidy and Rob. They built these mounds and really took our vision for this park and made it a reality. So we're forever grateful for Mr. Rohner for making this possible. And kind of the best part about any new experience is making sure that the puppy has a good time. So we'll end this by allowing the puppy into our recess yard.
Okay.
So this is a fenced-in area that's different than his outdoor kennel that he can explore on his own without being on leash. So Liz is going to pick up the puppy.
Gate and all that.
Yep. We'll step over here. And it's a nice big area. So today we just have Mr. Silver, but you can imagine that maybe this afternoon we can bus his litter mates over and he can have recess time with all of his siblings in a new space. Whoa! What's this?
Good job, bud.
What's this?
Oh.
Hi.
Yeah, sometimes those pedals just, they win out, even though we have all this advanced equipment.
And fun toys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so, you know, play is just as important as anything else. It's a time to decompress, move their body in a really natural way. And we know that play can be, again, just as important for the educational experience.
Megan's falling over.
Megan's
It's all right,
falling over.
Megan.
Cameraman
It's a little
down.
shaky there.
Cameraman down.
Yeah, and even the little ramp he was just on, one half of it is a ramp, and then it's stairs on the other side. So
he, good boy, good boy. He's letting us know, like, okay, that was great, but we want to go back to that learning thing. That's a good boy.
Very smart.
Yeah.
So
again, this space, it's big enough that we can allow guests in here. We can also, again, have a whole litter, have some nice recess space. So it's a really nice kind of versatile space. And as you can see, you know, we could have a litter in here playing, but also have older puppies working on their loose leash walking skills in the paths around the park. And I also say that some added bonuses of the park, there's some nice picnic benches for those of us on staff or volunteers to take some time away from our desks. Have lunch outside. Maybe not this time of year when it's hot as anything, but it is a beautiful bonus. And then I have also seen some of our guide dog instructors using the paths for distraction training and also guide dog training. So
very cool. Well, ladies, thank you so much. This is beautiful. The dog is adorable.
Of course he is.
Can't not acknowledge that.
I was going to say he is eligible for a puppy raiser. So you know how we love to add volunteers to our puppy raising family. So
yes, we always need puppy raisers.
We always do.
And we have new options. You can raise for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Just go to guidedogs.org and take a look at all of the information we have on our puppy raising program. They're adorable.
Yeah,
they're amazing.
And they get the best start here. They really do.
They do. All right. Well, have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, pup. You did great.